I'm ready for the London Eye. I'll show you, babies. Masonic Vista print. When I first tried to get these printed off, right, yeah, I had so much trouble getting them, you know what I mean? Look, you can see the symbolism here anyway, as above, so below, triangles. You see the little plinth missing off the top here, look. You see each pyramid here has the capstone missing. The two capstones are here, do you know what I mean? I could go more into it, but you know the symbolism, my profane friends. Have a great day. But anyway, here we go. Look, £20 off. I might order another 1,000. You know what I mean? Because all the other 1,000 I bought were gone. They're all gone, all handed out. You know what I mean? So there we go. Look, perp. Are you a perp or a victim of Masonic ill treatment? You know what I mean? That's the difference. Shh. Don't mention the Freakmasons. Or how about we do? You know what I mean? How they control our societies and our communities. Year in, year out, decade in, century out. You know what I mean? These people control our systems. They control they control your states, they control your counties, they control your towns, they control your cities, they control your villages, they control your schools, they control your social services, they control your town halls, they control your city halls, they control your county halls, they control your churches. You know what I mean? The lifeboat crews are Freakmasons. Everything is dominated by Freakmasons. Your fire brigade, go check, research, ask. You see how much dominance the Freakmasons have a hold of your town, and it only benefits them. If you're a brother, you're okay, they're going to swing and help you, but most of them are just helping the elites above that are scared. You know what I mean? They're just passing it down, willing it down, dominating. They own every you research your town like I have, and you see who owns the land, who has the businesses, yeah, or the best businesses interests within your town, yeah, and they can shut down anything, yeah. The first thing they're going to do when it goes Pete Tong will shit up, yeah, the lorry firms, yeah, that controls the food, yeah, they're the ones that are going to stop you getting fed, because then you'll be fighting amongst yourselves for food, yeah. They always get you by the famine. Do you know what I mean? They know that, yeah. You control the routes for your food or your food produce, yeah. They're going to starve you. Do you know what I mean? But they got stores and big warehouses, underground caverns full of beans, soups, hams, preserved meats, and anything you could think of. They've already got that. Do you know what I mean? They're prepared for war. Do you know what I mean? When it goes Pete Dong, and we're going to be fighting amongst ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and they're going to have all their little dirty criminals, yeah, ready at the ready. What they've been doing beforehand, yeah, which, like I've said, you know, as you research, you learn more, you'll find that they were just knocking out anyone that was a threat to their society, you know what I mean, and their system, yeah. You know what I mean? You can make an accident happen anywhere. You know, you run someone over, oh, it's an accident, do you know what I mean? And that's what it is. And the first people, like I said, the first responders, yeah, are the Freakmasons. You know, the first person to respond to an accident is a policeman. Yeah, that policeman is a Freakmason. Whether he's going to shush that up or not is down to the top man. Do you know what I mean? He comes on scene and go, right, you're going now. I need you to go here, go there. Yeah, and then he brings in his own Freakmason crew. Yeah, and they shush that crime scene up. Do you see what I mean? Because they're the coroner. You know, the doctor, he's a Freakmason. Whether he's going to sign it as an accident, yeah, or a murder, is down to the Masonic Lodge and what rank of system you've got. Do you see what I mean? They can shush up things, you know, just like they did with the JFK. If you know the truth of that, you know what I mean? There's like half a dozen shooters in that. Do you know what I mean? You know, but it was all shushed up because the people that investigated it were their own people and their own men. You know what I mean? People that are in charge, like Westminster, don't investigate themselves. Do you know what I mean? They put an independent Freakmason crew in, yeah, and go, oh, this is independent, this is Mr. and this is Mrs. and that's this and that, and they're an independent group from us. No, they're part of the crew that is just hiding their Masonic aprons. Do you know what I mean? And this is what goes on within your towns and cities. Forget fucking Trump and all the other. You're just fighting over them because That's what they want. They want you fighting over that. They don't want you looking within your towns and your cities. In your towns and in your cities, you've got your Trumps, you've got your Epsteins, you've got your Jimmy Saviles. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got your Pablo Escobars on the drug dealing front. Do you know what I mean? And they get away with it. You know, you've got slave traders. You know what I mean? That is, you know, that important indigenous species, and then having them locked away. Do you know what I mean? To do the work what they need done. Do you know what I mean? Which is slavery. You know, all of this goes on within your town and within your city. And if you look and research behind who it is, it's not Mr. Smith. You know what I mean? Or Larry the Lamb. It's fucking Freakmasons. Do you know what I mean? That control your town and city. That'll shoot you or kill you if they need to, as a desperate measure, just to shush you up for the Freakmason Lodge. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. Like I said, you know, go to your nightclubs, yeah? Go walk down the streets of your nightclubs and look at your bouncers, yeah? And look at what they really are, yeah? Okay, they are criminals, yeah, that are letting drug dealers in to deal drugs to your children. So your children will be prostituted, yeah, if you're a girl, yeah. They're the ones looking for young girls to prostitute out, yeah. And they got all their people on that. Do you know what I mean? Watching your children. We go have a good night in the pub. Within 2 minutes of walking in the pub, they're being offered coke or crack or whatever else. If you're not sure about it, go try it. Ask children around you, talk to them. You know what I mean? And you'll find the people that run the doors and the clubs and the pubs are all corrupt criminals, yeah? And they're all Freakmasons, yeah? Some of them don't know about it, yeah? Like I said, not all of them are in the know. Like I said, it's up the pyramid. You know what I mean? They have their own little person at the top, yeah, and then he has like half a dozen people under him that answer to him. More than likely the top bouncer doesn't even know that he's working for Freakmasonry and the lodge. Do you know what I mean? You know, because people ain't looking for it and they ain't searching for it. Do you know what I mean? But once you know, and you know where to look and where to research, do you know what I mean? You know what runs your doors. Just go to, you know, like I said, go to any town or city and you look at the night spots, yeah, and you see what's on the doors, yeah. And then you look at the little girls that are fucking up to these men, yeah, and they're taking them home at night, you know. Do you know what I mean? And what did Jimmy Savile do? Do you know what I mean? The same thing. Do you know what I mean? There's a geezer here, yeah, he slept with his own daughter, yeah, on the doors for years, shagging the youngsters and that, yeah. Not one person said a thing to him because of who he associated with. Do you know what I mean? Not one person, you know what I mean? He shagged his own daughter, then he's shagging all the kids that come through the clubs, yeah. And he was a head doorman, yeah. Do you know what I mean? There's other things I could say about the dude and that, but no one said a fucking word to him because of the people he hanged around with, the tribe of people, you know, these G travellers that are fucking, you know, special within your community that hold a lot of, you know, generational fucking, you know, power, you know, with their kings and their queens within the lodge and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? Like I said, do the research, it's there. Do you know what I mean? You've got these people controlling your towns and your cities. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, that's another story. Like I said, I've got enough in videos bloody to go a lifetime. You know what I mean? Sugar puffs. Have a great day. But anyway, perp or a victim, and that's the choice you've got. You're either going to be a perpetrator, yeah, of the crimes that these Freakmasons make, or you're going to be a victim of it, yeah. And if your child is on drugs, yeah, then you're a victim of Masonic ill treatment. Do you know what I mean? And I don't mean your child at 6, 10 or 1. I'm on about 1 month before they're even born, yeah. They're victims of these Freakmasons. Do you know what I mean? If you ain't sure, go to my look. It's right there. Look, respect your drug dealers. Look, you write that dresser down and you go there, right? And this is the thing what people are respecting. This is what's controlling your doors. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But that's another story, my profane friends. Like I said, you've got to research these people, yeah? And once you know who they are, I'm talking about decades and centuries of these people sitting on the doors, yeah, controlling the drugs, and not one fucking policeman has said fuck all. Do you know what I mean? Because they're part of it, yeah. They're complicit in it, yeah. But they're all going to draw their pensions at 60 odd or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And live a comfortable life in a 4 and 5 bedroom house, while your kids are either being a fucking grave, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Gaunt faced, kids on drugs as well, and it's just passed down from one, you know what I mean? And what they're doing, they're victimizing people because they're not part of your community. Do you know what I mean? They're a separate part of your community. They're their own community. They've got their own laws. Do you know what I mean? So they don't care about you and your children. You're profane. You're a golem. You know what I mean? They don't care about you. Okay, so don't think they do. So you are part of, you're in this, whether you like it or not. You're either going to be a perpetrator and help them people, or you're going to be a victim. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you can either choose to be a victim, and I'm not on about being a victim yourself today. That'll be your grandchild that's the victim, because you see your children running around now. I don't care if they're bouncing in the cot. You know what I mean? You look at that there, by the time they're 14, 15, they're going to be offered coke, crack, heroin, whatever that may be, just to be a money bank, a walking money bank, and a person that'll never ever research or look to who's doing that to them. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. Another distractional thing, another divide and conquer. Yeah. And if you ain't sure about the pandemics or the epidemics or whatever you want to call it, look to what your government has done. Yeah. In the fight against drugs. Yeah. Search up drugs and Freemason packets, yeah, where they're stamped with the Masonic logo. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It was shipped in from like wars. Yeah. Again, you displace children, you can shag them all day long or put them where you want. Do you know what I mean? And hide them up in caverns, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? That's what wars do. But they were putting the heroin in bodies and the cocaine in bodies. Do you know what I mean? And that's your government. Do you know what I mean? And if you think the people around, that's the big scale of it. Do you see what I mean? But it goes on the little scale. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you've got a hearse and you control, the body industry. Do you know what I mean? Who pulls over a hearse? What policeman is going to pull over a hearse? None. So you take ownership of a hearse, a company that funerals or whatever. No one's going to pull over a hearse. Do you know what I mean? And then you just stuff a coffin as much as you like with gear. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. No one's going to pull it over. No one's going to be drilling holes in it. Do you see what I mean? The criminals love it. Do you see what I mean? Run a taxi service. How many people, the taxi services in your towns and cities are just drug running. Do you know what I mean? All day long. You know what I mean? Wake the fuck up. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's another story, my profane friends. Like I said, research, and research more. You know what I mean? There's a lot of perpetrators within your town that are helping these people. And and they expect you to run that, ring them up and go, oh, I need your services, sir, and and use their businesses, but they'll stand toe to toe, yeah, with drug dealers, criminal enterprises, and cabalists, and syndicates that are just running drugs. You know what I mean? But we'll go to their nightclubs, we'll go to their businesses, we'll do this, we'll do that. Do you know what I mean? And they just keep going on, willing it down, the same system, laughing their head off as they have a comfortable life, and your children don't. You know what I mean? You ain't got to do it today, doesn't matter. But it's going to catch up with you at some point, yeah? And your child that you now see, you're pushing around in your pram or your trolley or is at school, is going to become a victim of these people, because you're going to send them to a nightclub. They're going to want to go to a nightclub. And the people controlling that nightclub have a strong influence within clubs and pubs, trust me. Anyway, that's another story. You know what I mean? Like I said, don't say I didn't warn you. That's the thing about it, innit? You've been warned, babies. Be a perp or victim, or you can do something about it. Have a great day, Sugar Puffs.